chop I chop. As long as I don't chop, it doesn't matter if any other people are chop I chop, that has impoverished our people so terribly, also played out in, it played out in Ekiti yesterday. Now, let me tell you something that some of these people are not paying, you who is at the rung of the ladder, yeah, even if you don't understand what you are into, I'll give you an illustration that will likely help you. And this same illustration is going to also probably help this elite, as they call themselves, these atlas cold-hearted, unconcerning individuals, characters, who seems to be living in their own world that is so different from the real one. There's this illustration, right? I'll start with what happened in Ekiti yesterday. What happened in Ekiti yesterday, where they are buying votes and then, with 5,000, with 10,000 and all of that. And eventually the highest, the highest, what do you call it, payer, or the person who has the highest money, eventually is declared the winner, who is the one with the highest money. The one in APC, in Ekiti yesterday, yeah? After 4 years of trauma of APC, of 8 years of Ifayewani Ekiti, yeah, people came out to collect 5,000, 10,000. Now, let's use this framework of 10,000. The winner of the election, they said he got 182,000 or thereabouts. Now, let's say 50% of those who actually gave them the vote were paid. Then you'll be looking at somewhere around 1.2 billion naira. Now, you that collected 10,000 naira, you know what you just paid yourself? You just paid yourself 6 naira per day for the next 4 years. Because, you see, when you divide that 10,000 naira into 4 years, it is going to come to 6 naira per day. Now, if you are also waiting for the turn of, your own turn, when they will have the other general election and you collect your own money, do your math well. 6 naira a day is what everyone who collected money in Ekiti yesterday, that's what they got paid. Some even collected just 500 naira. That's how bad it is. And it is just the reflection of the country they have built, the economy, and the people they claim to be representing. That's the reflection of it. There's no doubt. But now, look at this illustration, right? Listen to this. I read this somewhere, yeah? You remember when, if you look at the Titanic, when Titanic ship was built, they said that confidently, the builder, they told the passengers who were pretty much the elite, that you see this ship that we have built is unsinkable. It can never sink. So the elite, with confidence and gale and royalty and so much in their own world, they never asked, how do you plan to stabilize this ship, stabilize it enough for us to take us from here, destination A to destination B? But they are so engrossed in their world that they never cared. But guess what? When they built Titanic, at the top level, top deck of Titanic, that is where they preserved for the rich, the wealthy, the powerful, okay? In the middle of it, where the people were, you could call middle class, people who could work and save and afford to travel. They were in the middle. They were not at the top. You see, at the bottom of the ship, right? There lies the common man, who is there pumping in the coal, ensuring that the heat generated or continue to generate enough heat that is going to power the steam and ensure that the ship never sink. But guess what? There were those who nobody even knows existed. When the ship started sinking, when the ship hit the iceberg, yeah, and the sinking began, right? It was the people underneath, yeah, which are the people, you, and me, who have no second name like Obasanjo, this or that. Yes, the people like me and you, who goes out there to collect 10,000 naira for their vote, only to suffer for another 4 years. You are the ones who is going to die from a poor healthcare system. You are the ones who is going to die. Your children are going to die from the ignorance of a poor education. You are the ones who are going to get robbed in a system that is rattled with inflation. You are the ones who are going to deal with the joblessness created by the corrupt system, who only take rent from you but never gives anything back. So you are the one at the rung of the ladder. You are the one at the bottom of the Titanic ship. Nigeria is the Titanic ship. And I told you that if we pay attention very well, though they will say it's a tribal war, it's a religious war, but let me tell you this: combine all of everything you know is the problem of Nigeria, right? And let me give you a good name for it. It is a class war. Because those who put us in this mess, they are not tribal, they are not religious, they are not ethnic, whatever. It is just about the interest, and their only interest is to milk you. They think it's religious, it's tribal, and all of that only. It is combination of everything. That is why it is called class war. So you are at the bottom of it. So when the Titanic started, sink, before it started sinking, when it started taking in water, the first set of people who suffered were the people who have been working to keep the ship going. You are the people working to keep Nigeria going, even though you are the same people being sacrificed in order to make sure that the wobbly Nigeria ship doesn't sink now. But you know it's going to sink, just like Titanic. Once all of you are overwhelmed, those of you who want to vote, those of you who are fighting for PDP, fighting for APC, fighting for Allah, fighting for Jesus, fighting for this, fighting for that, and choosing your own battle in a way that you feel like you are right, he is wrong, this one is right, that one is wrong. You are the people at the bottom rung of the Titanic ship, the Nigeria Titanic. And guess what? It is not synonymous to any region. It is not synonymous to any religion. It is not synonymous to any tribe. It is not synonymous to any ethnic. It is all of us, they collect. Now, everybody, they collect. As you are collecting from the north, they are collecting from the south. As they are collecting from the east, they are collecting from the west. Everyone is collecting. Many, or let's say many, are just living in denial. So back to the illustration, the Titanic ship. When the water was almost consuming the people below the deck, the people in the middle, they started seeing it. Those are the middle class. And those who are trying to run away from the drowning water, that is drowning them, cold, drowning water, they managed to break into the second deck. Not all of them made it to the second deck. But it was too late, because the people in the second deck, they have received the message too. And the ship is already bent. Remember? So the ship was already like that. Guess what? The people at the top deck, who never paid attention for hours, that the people at the lower deck of the ship were suffocating underwater, dying. The people at the top deck, they didn't notice anything. They were marrying, they were partying, they didn't care. But when the water got to the middle and the ship slanted, guess what? All of their decorations, all of their jewelries, all of their gold-plated frames, all of their own, all the tables they set before themselves, gold-plated their frames, gold-plated their cups, gold-plated spoons and plates, all things that are so glamorous, they received the shock. What is going on? Do you know one thing as well? When the whole show, when the ship was about to drown finally, the poor people who volunteered, who were so proud to be part of the crew that are going to sail on the Titanic to the new world, there was never a plan for them. Okay, let's assume this ship even sank. How do we get everybody on board safe? There is no plan for them. Just like Nigeria, there is no plan for you, but they have plan for themselves. Guess what? The lifeboat they put on the ship to keep people safe is only meant for the rich, the top class, the decision makers. And that's when it dawned on many people that it was all effort in futility. Remove Titanic, put Nigeria there. Look at all these elites. They are marrying, they are partying. Many of them, whenever it is convenient for them, they want to talk about your problems. They want to talk about what you are facing. But guess what? They don't really care. Nigeria is sinking. Many of you are jumping up and down. Go and get your PVC. Who are you getting it for? To save Nigeria for the same elite, save Nigeria for the Oba. Oh, I want to save Nigeria for myself. Oh, sheo, Evander Olifidi, Beleo, Savior Agbaye, Savior Isono. Oh, understand anything yet, but you will understand sometimes. Soon. You don't save something that is not put together for you. There is no plan for you. I mean, you see, like Titanic, there was never any plan for you. If Nigeria goes up in smoke, it's not because of your fault only, though it's also your fault too. Because now they encourage them. Now they defend them. Now they kill ourselves for them. Now they know best for them. But guess what? They are smarter than you. When they have a chance and they get there, what do they do first? They get the citizenship of better countries for their children, for their family. They now make Nigeria citizenship the secondary. So when Nigeria goes up in smoke, you are defending people who are actually not citizens of Nigeria. Tifnubu and Co., they are citizens of different countries. Yes, they are. And good enough. Your prayers has answered on them. Yeah, God answered your prayer on them. They have private jets. And they are also what? They are citizens of the world. If it goes up in smoke, it is because you defended what was put together to destroy you. You defended that. That is your own fault too. But guess what? It is going to be it's going to be entirely their own making. Because as Nigeria born right now, what are they doing? Are they not celebrating? Are they not jumping up and down? Are they not marrying themselves off? Are they not getting chieftaincy titles? Are they not doing the normal thing they do? Partying. But are you paying attention? So maybe you are not. But if you watch my video again, if this illustration ever gets to make any sense to you, it is practically telling you that even though if this is the only thing you know, oh, Nigeria, we cannot all leave. I'm not asking you to leave Nigeria. All of you, for example, Yorubas, over 70 million of us cannot leave Nigeria. Nah, it's not possible. To go and live where? Of course. But you see, when you say leave Nigeria, it is what Yoruba called Konijeti Baba Tomo Koma Lala. Oko Nijeti Baba Tomo Koma Lala. That is to say, what is wrong if Yorubas, as we are, have our own self-autonomous country? Then, if somebody is going to invite a thief from another place to come and be a role model to young people in Yoruba land, which kind of role model is Gandollar going to be to young people in Yoruba land? Or those who are going to see the image or the images from that scene? What is the role model? What is the Gandollar story that the Ibadan kingmakers decided to ridicule us as Yoruba people, to ridicule us publicly that way? Because that's it. It's going to be on record. But if Yorubas have their own authority as it should be, that Olubadan, by now, a verdict when I must have come, they would have given him about 7 days and say, Olubadan, you have committed a sacrilege. You have brought shame to the people of Ibadan and Yoruba land. ẹ lọ ṣígbá kábíyèsí Olúbàdàn ó ṣèyí tán. Olubadan ó gbé olè wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ó wá fún lóyè, olè. They should be ashamed of themselves. And then young people want to defend them. I am not sorry for you. Okay? That was how they managed, okay, to also deceive your own parents. So your own is not new. And that is why we must make sure that we set the record straight. Remember I told you something. I said, those who brought in the terrorists to Yoruba land, they didn't just walk in, okay? They received a warm welcome from those who should know better. It is this same royal Stulu, Aláàfin that died, Aláàfin Lamidi Adeyemi. When we are talking about, hey, Fulani, Fulani, Deron, Fulani, Deron, oh, they have attacked this person on a farm, oh, they are not allowing people, they are destroying this and that, oh, hey, what is this nonsense? Oh, this Fulani, Deron must leave all this, or they must leave our land, oh. Who was defending them? Lamidi Adeyemi. Akutuku Elonorun. That's why you have to tell our own Yoruba sons and daughters, oh. Okay? We have to tell them the truth, oh. All these characters parading themselves as a traditional leader, traditional this and that. Majority of them are the cause of the insecurity we have in Yoruba land today. Yes, they are. Yẹn ló ṣe jẹ́ pé Lamidi Adeyemi o, àkútúkù rẹ̀ lọ́nà rún tó bá bí ẹ nínú jẹun nǹkan tó lè ṣe sí. He brought all those Fulani and cows to Oyo. People living in different towns, communities around there, Oyo, they will tell you this. If you try to chase any cow, they will tell you now, you are chasing Aláàfin cow. Aláàfin is one of those who gave those Fulani terrorists who have now emboldened themselves and they are carrying guns in Yoruba land. He is one of those who gave them the clearance. He said nobody should go after any Fulani. You know why? Because they are the ones protecting his cows for him. He had no ranch. A king in Yoruba land, though, he had no ranch, but he had thousands of cows. And God knows, maybe hundreds of a Fulani terrorist that he brought in from Niger himself. Aláàfin Akutuku Aláàfin lọ́nà. And he is not alone. There are many Yoruba Obas as we speak today. Ondo, Ogun, Oyo, Osun, everywhere you will see them. They don't have ranch. They don't have farm. They don't have anything. But they have hundreds and hundreds of cattle. That's one of the reasons why it's somehow difficult for us to really go after the terrorists. Then when you leave all this Oba, then you go to the politicians. You remember that politicians used to go to Niger Republic whenever Ileya is coming. They will go to Niger Republic. They will go and buy cows, buy rams, buy all of this and bring them in trailers because they will share the cows, they will share the rams to all the Afar, to party faithfuls, for Ileya, for Ramadan, for this and that. Then they discovered that it was too expensive to do that. Guess what? They decided to go to Niger Republic, to go to Chad, to go to all these places. As they are buying cows, they are buying the Fulani terrorists that will come with them. They had no farms. They have no farms. They are there. One of them is this Oyo. That one is about to become governor of Oyo. What is his name? That thug. Folari. Teslim Folari is one of those with his own cows. There are many like that. Politicians across Yoruba land. So when they come out and say, we don't want cows to be roaming our streets, you don't know. Ask yourself. They say the Fulanis, they match their cows from Niger Republic on foot. And you believe that. The Fulani, all of the Fulanis in Yoruba land, as we see them with their cows, they march from Niger, they walk from Chad, and they march down to Ondo, they march down to Owo, they march down to Yewa. No, man, do you really believe that? That's why I said that the battle that is fighting us in Yoruba land, the insecurity that we have in Yoruba land is caused not by other people than those who were supposed to know better, to keep us safe. And they thought in their own selfish and greediness, so to say, yeah, in their own greed, they shield this information from you, and they continue to gaslight you. When you say, this Fulani, they say, how are you sure they are Fulani? Don't say anything you don't know. You know why they are saying that? Because they will gaslight you. Because most of them are the owners of the cows. They brought them in, they brought the terrorists. And when the terrorists got here, they know all the areas, they know all our lands, they know everywhere. Because according to them, if Oba brings you in and the KBC says you can go anywhere you want, if anybody tries to stop you, just tell them that you are for Alaafin. I'm telling you true life story. Guess what? This our people pay dearly for. And when they settle down, they know everywhere. They told everybody to come. Oh yeah, come now. I have a place here. Now the king invited me 35 years ago. Alaafin brought me here 28 years ago. I have been here 45 years ago. And you as a Yoruba man, and you'll be like, does that now give you the authority to be killing us? Oh, be request on it, Abi. So when you see them on the streets, don't always believe that they were always from, they were trekked from Niger, our royal stools. That's why I said we have a lot of work to do. And for the real Yoruba Obas who believe in the Yoruba culture, tradition truly, and they represent that, it will be a time that we have to also bring them to limelight and shame those rogues that want us to prostrate for them. And imagine for the contract. We ban open grazing in Yoruba land, but guess what? On paper.
Just imagine.
That is Abeokuta. In southwest Nigeria, open grazing is banned. But you see that Fulani with his car walking on the streets. Now, when you go after them, that is when you realize you know their owners. Ask Akeredolu in Ondo, who are those who are coming to bail out those that they arrested with cows in Ondo? Can Akeredolu come out and tell you the truth? Who are those bailing them out? Now, the Fulani, they bail them out from Casino, they are not telling you the truth. That's why I said that those who are attacking us, those who are kidnapping our people, those who are committing these serious crimes in Yoruba land, they had no backing or backbone other than from those who allowed them, those who opened the door. Boko Haram couldn't march his terrorists to Yoruba land to kill us if those who are supposed to stand up for us, the Obas, the politicians, and the rest of them, if they managed to really, if they stood up for us, they will never have come out. Or have you ever heard anywhere where real first-class Oba in Yoruba land actually comes out to tell the truth about the ravaging Fulani terrorists in Yoruba land and the cows and all of that, and then condemn Boko Haram and federal government, condemn the politicians that are keeping quiet? Have you ever seen that? Of course, you will never see that. But you will be a victim if you continue to pretend that with them and keeping them quiet, like what happened in Owo. I don't wish that on anybody. I don't wish that on my worst enemies. But what do you really wish on yourself as a person who have been blinded by the mixed, adulterated their culture that they don't even give any respect to anymore? So we have a lot of work to do, And then once we begin to take a position publicly on this, this also will be a general message to all these traditional Obas in Yoruba land. You cannot be a saboteur or be sabotaging what we know, will liberate us from the shackles of this greedy selfishness and desecration of our own tradition in the name of a one Nigeria. We know you, we know what you do, but guess what? Many of us are pretty much tired of this, of this two-face and double-face, and will never let you, who deceived us when in our own childhood, we will never let you get away with this sacrilege as well. What is the impression? What was the message? I mean, if you want to be, if anyone is celebrated for achieving anything in life, right, there must be a role model that can be pointed at and say, oh, you see what he did. Look at what he did. Or whatever Gandollar did in Yoruba land, they say that, no matter how wealthy or how beautiful a thief looks, just know that he is still a thief. Whatever you see on a thief is not his. He stole it. And when you see Yoruba Obas celebrating thieves, then they don't deserve any honor. Then it when you say, show me your friends, and I will tell you who you are. When I see you in the midst of Gandollar, when I see you in the midst of Etifnumbu, you are a thief in disguise. And guess what? We will not let you contaminate, the younger people, especially with what you have done for the generation that that came before us. And know this, and know peace. And you as a young person, let me tell you this: these old criminals, they don't give a damn. They are as selfish as anything you can imagine. They are so greedy, self-centered, and so entitled. And I want to tell you this: like I said earlier, the only currency they have is fear. They will tell you they can do this to you, they can do that to you, they can command this to happen to you. They can't command any shit, they can't command anything. These are a bunch of low lifers who are put which they put a crowns on, and they say you can never put a crown on a clown and never see a circus. So what you see in Yoruba land today is we've put crowns on the heads of clowns, and what we are seeing is what is the circus show of shame. And you as a Yoruba person, you should feel so irritated with what has happened, because more are going to happen, because that's how it has been happening. And if we want to put an end to it, right, you must never be in the camp of those who will say, we can't say anything, let's leave them. Don't leave them. That's what they want you to do. Because by saying, let it pass, they are sending the message that our children can be drug dealers, our children can be armed robbers, our children can be kidney, what do you call it? Human organ harvesters and traders. Okay, they can be the worst and the dredge in the society. But if they are able to keep it cool and they are never arrested, enough that they have enough money, they should be celebrated. And that is the message in Yoruba parlance. Okay, we know it's political optics and the rest of that, but enough of all this shame. When you see one, condemn it. They are not representing us. Therefore, you must never defend them. As a young person, there's a chance that we can have a better, real, respected and respectable lives as Yoruba people. Once we begin to distance ourselves from crop of rogues like this, clowns with crowns, okay? You should never get in any way blackmailed into subjecting to the charade and the nonsense they are doing, okay? Because, they say silence is pretty much like, acceptance or agreement. In this case, silence is not like, oh, well, you never know where you are. Silence means, or even speaking out to underplay or downplay it, you should never entertain that, because what you are doing is that you are doing the same damage is done that brought us to this level, that brought us to this stage. People who wants to stand in public should know at least the responsibility associated with the offices they are holding. When they bring shame and ridicule to the people, you should never, ever join the gang of those that will be blackmailed into silence, because all these things are sending messages. One of the messages that Olubadan sent, in fact, the main message that Olubadan sent to the rest of the Yorubas, especially children, is that, yes, you can be a thief, but as long as you have enough money, okay? You can be a good thief. There's no good thief. A thief is a thief. And when you see a royal still celebrate that, just know that they are friends. And then it's not far-fetched to say, Ole làwọn ọba wa náà. Tẹ́ wa rọ́ba olè oníjẹkújẹ. Àwọn ọba. Like I said, they have been completely downgraded to mere scavengers and the crumb eaters from the stable of the politicians who destroyed and ruined everywhere, as you see. They're going to make a political statement. They're going to make a statement and make it look like, pretend and all of that. You as a young person, you must begin to see through those lies. Are you with me? These guys can't succeed. They can't survive without all these bogus, shameful, titles that they are creating. And all of these are not adding to any culture of Yoruba. It is just a celebration of a demagoguery, celebration of criminals, and in the name of a tradition and culture. Say that to your children. Olubadan is the current Olubadan is a leader in the gang of thieves, and as a Yoruba man, a Yoruba woman, with what happened and just sacrilege that happened in Ibadan yesterday, right? You should be concerned, and indeed, you should also distance yourself from it, and also you should condemn it in all its entirety. àwọn olórí burúkú tí wọ́n bàlú jẹ́ nìyẹn o. And you can shield them simply because they have a beaded crown or they have a gold-plated crown, wherever it is. Yeah. I'll see you some other time. Call it a part one of it. I'll read the comment later. Let this, what do you call it? This on-boot slaves, obedient fools who always, who believe that, we should continue to be slaves to our own, to our own greed. That's exactly what they are encouraging. Continue to be slaves to your own greed. Some of us will say no. I'll see you later tonight.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.